racing single lubricant style here at Kern County Raceway Park. Now the turn number 4.
Track we're going to go to, which is about 9 hours north of here, up in Hayfork, California, and that's going to be fun. I was talking to the promoter up there, and they don't race too much in the summer because when they have California wildfires, the fire brigade takes over the fairgrounds where they race as their base camp. So maybe we'll be in good shape for tomorrow and see the next track for us.
So from what you've seen so far, of course, we've had some pretty incredible racing in that Sitco late model event. What are your impressions of this venue to this point?
Well, I'm really impressed. Everything you've got going here is fantastic. I was telling somebody earlier tonight that this is, I think, in the top 10 asphalt short track facilities in the nation. And there are very few other tracks that can match up with this. So, you know, if you're from Bakersfield or the area, you're going to be really in good luck to have a nice track like this. And as the car counts get a little bit stronger, I think the racing is going to be fantastic. And you're not going to get anything better than what that last feature was for the late models.
So let's say someone like myself just gets this crazy idea. Let's try to take Randy out and be a track chaser. What are some of the rules that we have to follow for a track to count?
Well, first of all, I wish you good luck in that endeavor. But anyway, we do have rules in track chasing. We count 3 kinds of tracks. We count ovals, road courses, and figure-8 tracks. We don't count drag racing, motorcycles, or demo derbies. And on the track surfaces, we count racing on dirt, asphalt, or mixed surfaces. Mixed surfaces are pretty big in Europe where they have rallycross and it's partially asphalt and partially dirt. And then we don't count racing for kids classes. So I know you have some racing on your 1/8 mile oval here, but as I understand it, it's limited in age, and so that wouldn't count for us. So essentially it's just wheel-to-wheel racing for adults, and we have organizations that keep track of all this stuff, and right now I'm about 350 tracks ahead of the guy in second place.
Well, and I gotta imagine a guy like Steve Kinzer, just in his natural racing career, must be getting up there, or a guy like Billy Moyer, for example, Mr. Smooth. Now, it's from my perspective, you know, I'm a younger guy, so the pavement tracks have started to fade away just a little bit. My perspective is that it seems like there's a lot more dirt tracks operating in North America than pavement tracks. Has that been your experience?
Yeah, that's absolutely true. There are a lot more dirt tracks. They're a lot less expensive to operate typically, although they take a little bit more time if you do have a dirt track. And I'm probably a bigger dirt track fan than I am asphalt, although when you come to a nice facility like this, you got to enjoy the racing here. And I'll be back. I used to go to Mesa Marin quite a bit for their shows and missed that track. So it looks like this is going to replace that, and you should be very proud of this facility.
And the last thing I would ask you is, you must have a favorite form of racing out of all that you've seen. You've seen some wild things. You've seen them racing down the beaches in Tijuana. You've seen a little bit of everything. What would you say is your favorite form of racing?
Well, my favorite kind of track is probably a quarter mile or maybe a 3/8 mile high bank dirt track where you can see everything really closely. When we go to Europe or other foreign countries, most of the racing there is done on road courses, and a lot of times it'll be a 2-minute lap and you can only see them for 20 seconds. That's not too good. So I'm a big oval fan, as most American race fans are, and the shorter the track the better, where you're going to do some beating and banging and you're going to see guys racing side by side like you did in the feature that you guys had. So I'm a quarter mile dirt track guy.
And your wife joins you on a lot of these expeditions. What's her number up to now?
I think she's at about 480 tonight.
No, just 480 racetracks, right?
Somebody asked her if she came along with me very much, and she said, well, I come along once in a while, and I had to correct her when we got back home, because I travel doing this about 250,000 miles a year. I'll stay in a hotel about 150 nights a year and fly on about 200 airplanes. And Carol only does this about 100,000 miles, so I guess she was accurate in saying that she only comes around once in a while, but she still covers 100,000 miles a year.
And if I want to learn more about everything you're doing with the track chasing and see all these great videos and photos, where can I go?
You can go on my website. It's randylewis.org, or maybe an easier way to remember it is a Google search on the world's #1 track chaser. I have a new website coming online probably in about a month, and it's going to have a lot of really cool features. And so check it out, send me an email, stay in touch, follow my track chasing. I'll hit about 100 tracks a year, and it'll be all over the world.
Well, thank you for coming out with us, Randy and Carol Lewis, here today in the Track Chasers, the #1. And you just heard it from Randy.